market doing?
Hello,
Hi,
everyone.
everybody.
Go ahead, Roxanne.
All right. Roxanne Govari and Santiago Garian of Pemberley Realty here in San Diego, California.
Hello, everyone. And glad to have Roxanne back. The last one, it was just me, so it's very nice to have Roxanne finally back, and we're gonna touch on a good topic that everyone loves. And before the year wraps up, we'll get a little bit more info. So
So let's look at the state of the market.
yeah,
Let's see how the housing market doing and how we can apply that information to real estate purchases or not,
yeah,
depending on how we see the market is behaving. So we are located in within San Diego area, and we have two offices, one in North Park and one in North County, primarily in Del Mar. And so we like to study those two markets because it's close to where we run our business. So let's take a look first at 92116 and see what we see in that area, um, and that zip code. So let me go ahead and make this uh, bigger so that the audience can see what's going on. So 92116 consists of University Heights, which is where our office is located, and then Kensington and Normal Heights. And if we're looking at the months, we're looking at the month of November because we have to wait until the month closes before we can get data for it. And so the latest month that we can look at is November. And so, Santi, you want to go ahead and interpret what's going on?
yeah. I mean, new listings, just 10 new listings on single family homes. Uh, Pending sales went down compared to last year, and closed sales went down a little bit too compared to last year. And what's really interesting is that the median sales price dropped almost 25% compared to last year with the homes that sold during this time, of course. Uh, Days on the market, 53 days compared to 17. Very, very different there compared to last year. Inventory of homes for sale, 27, so that's a little bit higher. So kind of goes a little bit more to the why homes are sitting. There's more homes out there and they're just sitting. And then month supply of inventory, 2.4, basically went up 50%. So very interesting there. Overall, though, if we look at the median sales price, from one full year, it still has gone up by 15%. So that's very interesting.
And that is indeed very interesting because I think we have actually we have experienced that there are definitely price drops, and there definitely homes that are selling for less than the sellers would expect. But I think it's more of we have gone back to a normal market, and a normal market, uh, that being the case, if the sellers want to try to squeeze a little bit or a lot more money out of the market, that's when the market is rejecting their demand, and
Yeah,
the buyers are rejecting their demand. That does not mean that prices are dropping. It just means that buyers are being more selective, and they're
yeah,
not willing to overpay. And I
correct.
think that's what we're really seeing in the market. And so that being that being the case, that's why I think this 15% increase makes sense, which speaks to the fact that the prices are still going up, but they're not going up in the crazy way that we were experiencing in 2020 and 2021.
Yeah, yeah,
Would that
100%.
be fair to
Yeah,
say?
yeah, yeah. Very well said. I think I agree with you on that.
All right. Well, If I get the young ones to agree with me, that's a win. I'll take it.
Yeah, very, very interesting. I mean, and then if we move down to the condos, townhomes, all those new listings, just one more listing, pending sales, only four compared to seven. Median sales price also like the homes, it went down almost 20%, from 625 to 502 compared to last year. But once again, if we look at the year to date, it is going up 14%, which is pretty similar to the 15% of the regular homes.
Right.
So I would say that it's pretty similar to the actual homes,
Yeah.
and yeah, days in the market 20 days. They're moving a little bit faster than actual homes, um, and months of supply it's 1.4, which is less, and there's a little bit less inventory of homes for sale. So
Exactly, exactly, and that gets reflected in the charts that we see down here. And let's go ahead and compare that to the neighboring zip code 92103, and let's see what we see there. So 92103 consists of Hillcrest and Mission Hills and Bankers Hill. And so if you look at this, what's interesting here that strikes you uh, about what's here versus what's in 92116?
yeah, well, here, I mean, also, price drops in the median sales price of the home that's being sold in this area. But on the
Mhm.
year to date, here we see that it's gone down actually 1%, for the full year. So that's pretty interesting compared to, 92116. There you would still have like a 15% increase, or
Right.
a pretty significant increase.
Yeah, exactly. That is very interesting that in a higher price market, because 92103 is a higher priced market than 92116, that you can actually see a price drop.
Yeah.
And what about on the attached side of things?
Well, on the attached side of things here on the condos, townhomes, here, I mean, prices have gone up compared to all three others. So residential here and both on the other ones for 92116. Here it has gone up for the month of November compared to last year. And it has also gone up on the year to date. So surprisingly enough, it has gone up, 12%. You know, home's still sitting 54 days going up, but inventory went down as well. But the prices have been going up.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So let's go and compare that to our other offices data and see what we see in Del Mar. And of course, one of the traits of Del Mar that is very different than what we see here in 92116 is that the median sales price of a home, of a single family home in November of 2025
Hmm.
is at 1.424, and if you move to Del Mar, it is at 3,085,000. So pretty much double
Yeah.
that number, right?
Yeah.
But so that being the case, let's go ahead and interpret what's going on here.
Yeah, well, I mean, here in Delmar too, we kind of see there's a lot less, new listings and pendings and closed transactions in the area. But the median sales price also has gone down 12%, and then the year to date has also gone down. So it looks like over the last year, price has been dropping, you know, little by little, now up to like 10% now for the residential homes.
Look at
The
the
market,
days on market.
yeah, 106. That is very interesting. I'm guessing it's a lot of sellers that are, pretty locked in on what they want to get for their home, and the market is not wanting it.
Responding.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
So it looks like there is inventory 37 and then 4.8 month supply of inventory. I mean, there's homes out there, but I don't think the sellers are wanting to drop their price accordingly.
Well, it looks like they kind of had to though, because year
Mhm.
to date it's down by about 10%.
Yep. 100%. Yep.
Yeah, but that's not the case in the condo market.
Yeah. And the condo market, I mean, if you look at the numbers here, I mean, there's only one new listing, one pending sale, two closed sales, so not really a lot of numbers
Mm,
to take from.
right,
But
right, that's true.
I
Yeah.
mean, slightly increase also in the median sales price for this month compared to last year. And then, I mean, the year to date, you know, been going up quite a good amount, 27%.
Yeah, yeah,
And days on the market, I guess they're moving a little bit quicker this month, well, last month in November compared to the month to last November.
yeah,
And then, yeah, inventory homes, there's a little bit more inventory, I guess.
yeah. Okay, and of course, if you're looking at
Yeah.
countywide numbers on homes are about 1 million, and countywide numbers on condos are about 600,000, I would say.
Hmm.
But the numbers in Del Mar are way above that, both in single family homes and in condos. And then let's go and compare that to Carmel Valley, which is the easterly neighborly zip code, and see what we see in Carmel Valley in relation to Del Mar. And interesting numbers again over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, here too as well. I mean, this one is kind of flipped. This one, November of this year was 10% better than November of last year.
Hmm.
And then the year to date price has been going down,
Hmm.
3.5%. So very interesting there. 63 days in the market compared to 17. Very interesting there. Overall, also going up to 32 days. Inventory of homes went down 12%, and month supply of inventory also went down to 1.4. So,
Hmm.
so that's
Yeah,
very
and let's keep going and look at the condo market and see. That's now here's what's really interesting. The single family uh, change, percentage change, and condo percentage
are almost
change
the same.
is almost the same.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. On November, it went up 14% for the median sales price, but the year to date also went down
Hmm.
3.4, like it did for the residential. So very
Yeah.
interesting. Very
Yep.
interesting.
Absolutely. Very interesting. And and what I find interesting here is also days on market. Days on market here, although the sample was very small, it was
Hmm.
only 10 homes, but it looks like days on market were slightly better.
Yeah,
Um, but what I would say about Karma Valley is a very unique market with the fact that it is a highly desirable market. It's a very active market and also very affluent market. So
yeah,
I think those three factors make it such that you see different behavior out of this market than you would out of any other market.
yeah, yeah. I
And
agree.
that, I don't know if that's necessarily the case with Del Mar, because Del Mar is also an Del Mar is an affluent market, but I don't know if, and it's also a desirable market, but I don't know if it's as active
Yeah.
as what you have in Carmel Valley. So let's see, new listings eight, and here new listings 14,
Hmm.
and
If you
they
look at the condos, it's very different comparing them both.
okay, so let's do that. So you have 19 versus 10. Ah, wow. See? a lot more activity in Carmel Valley than you do in Del Mar,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And just out of curiosity, let me look at how many are in Hillcrest. 16 in Hillcrest and six in 92116. And Hillcrest is a much bigger
Yeah.
zip code than it is in 92116. So that could explain why you have less here than you would in 92103, which is also very interesting.
So you will tell our audience that it's a buyer's market.
Um, it definitely has been a buyer's market, but it is also important to keep in mind that the Fed just dropped interest rates this past week, and this is the third interest rate drop since September.
Yeah.
And I, although it's basically the end of the year, and people after their Thanksgiving coma are not really actively looking into purchasing at this time. But I think we will see the effects of this interest rate drop come in January, and we probably are going to see a much more active market going into January than we have seen so far.
Yeah. Yeah. And do
So
you
I think that's
expect
fair to
any
say.
other rate cuts coming up in these in
Um,
this upcoming year?
you know, it's I guess we'll have to wait and see what they do,
Yeah.
right? And the mortgage market doesn't always behave like doesn't always align themselves to what the Fed does.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what the mortgage market does with their interest rates.
Yeah.
But one thing that we know happens for sure within at least our California markets are we are almost always in a seller's market.
Yeah.
Now, it has been a buyer's market for good of, for the most part of 2025 and even 2024. But if interest rates are being lowered, I would say that we may have seen the end of buyer's market, at least moving forward into 2026.
I see. Yeah. So you see that there's
And
gonna be more buyers out there, which is gonna give a little bit upper hand to the sellers.
well, it's gonna remain to be seen because these numbers in terms of days on market that have gone
Mhm.
up so much,
Yeah.
um, you know, uh, I don't know if we're gonna see them like
Next year.
evaporate into
Yeah.
the thin air,
Hmm.
but that quickly. But we'll see.
Yeah.
And of course, we still have the affordability issues with the first-time buyers, so that remains to be seen how that's going to play out. So it'll be a very interesting 2026. A new year is going to be an interesting year to see how the market will adjust to these changes.
Hmm.
But we're definitely going to be watching, and we're actively looking. And then we have some challenges in the market, like the challenges that we see in the condo market that
Yeah.
we have to work through.
Correct.
With the collapse of the one condo complex in Florida, now there's a lot more scrutiny on condos, and that basically means that you either have to have the required work done, or if you have not had the required work done, then you better be prepared to give some concessions to the buyer, because if they cannot get a conventional Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac loan, and they have to get a unconventional loan, then those loans are going to be more expensive for the buyer, which basically means that the seller would have to make up the difference. If the loan is costing the buyer more money, then the seller would have to make up that difference.
Yeah.
And we're getting to a point where people who were sitting on those 2 and 3% interest rates, they're getting to a point where, they're just tired. They want to leave. They want to get into a better home, or they want to downsize, whatever it is that their situation is, and they want to act on that situation. So it's bound to, we're bound to see some more movement, and people, uh, getting moving forward with what they need to do, even if it costs them some more money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's look at what's been selling in all these markets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see if we have seen some changes with our.
Let's
the
see
homes
if
out.
we've seen some changes. So 92116 and 92014. Let's just look at the two zip codes that we like to look at, right? And also let's look at the end until November. So actually, let's look at November 1st to, well, I don't think we looked at October numbers either. So let's look at October 1st to December 1st and see what's been happening. So the cheapest one in Del Mar, which has been on the market for 45 days for 700,000. It's 2 bedrooms, 2 bath, 860 square feet. And I don't recall that we saw this one.
I don't think we did.
I don't think we did. Actually, this is not a bad price.
No.
It's a 2-bedroom unit. Doesn't really have a view, but it's a nice unit. It has a pool and does have a jacuzzi. It looks like it has a nice entrance to it as well. It's right on Del Mar Heights Road, but it's fairly close to the water. Not a bad unit, and even not a bad price for 700,000. I would say that's not bad, right? Okay, and let's look at the most expensive in Del Mar, and oceanfront unit, and it's almost brand new, 4 days on the market, 4 bedrooms, 4 bath, 3,000 square feet. Let's see where it is. It's right on the water, and let's see what we get for it. So, love that ceiling.
Yeah.
Love being right on the water, and I remember there was one that was right on the water like this for 73 million. So for 23 million, that's not a bad price.
Yep.
Right?
Compared
and
it doesn't have that many pictures.
Doesn't have that many pictures, which is interesting because it makes you wonder, why does it have so few pictures? And I suppose it's just a teaser to basically get you to go out and take a look. And that might be a marketing strategy, and it might work. And it's not one that we like to employ, but if it works, then it works, right?
Yeah.
So that's that. And let's move on to 92116, the cheapest, 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 558 square feet for 439. And this one's been on the market for
a long time.
While.
Yeah.
So let's move on and find something else we have not seen. And almost all of them we have seen, except for our own that we just listed. So let's take a look at ours, which is a lovely unit, 2 bedrooms, 2 bath, 816 square feet for 599,000. This is a bargain.
Yeah.
Come and take it before it is gone, because it is a beauty. So as you can see, it's really, really nice, full of light and updated kitchen. And it is centrally located, has a beautiful tree up front. It's on the second floor, and it is just lovely. And it has an open floor plan. It has a nice fireplace. It's a really, really nice unit.
It's got its own laundry room too, which is that door right there in the middle. Pretty nice.
We always love that. Exactly. And it comes with one
Gated.
parking spot,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
And it comes with, and also brand newly installed
Yep.
carpeting in the
Yep.
in the bedrooms, right?
Correct. Correct.
And a balcony right off of one of the primary bedrooms, and fans in both bedrooms. There's your laundry room right next to the kitchen, which is also very, very handy. There is your updated bathroom also. I love the balcony. Very nice, with nice views of some palm trees in the neighborhood. So definitely a very attractive unit, and of course in University Heights, and also very close to the park. So it is a lovely, lovely unit and won't last. So hurry up and buy it before it's gone,
Yep.
right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see. Okay, so in terms of the most expensive, the priciest one we can see, um, I think this would be it. Let's see. Okay, so this is the one in Del Mar, but that's not where we want to be. We want to be in 92116. And everything in 92116 we've seen before, except maybe this one is one we have not seen. 4665 Arizona Street. And if I'm not mistaken, this actually has 2 units to it. Nicely done. Wow, I like that kitchen. Very nice and also very wide. Gourmet kitchen. Looks beautiful. And oh yeah, for sure this has 2 units. Front is a lovely home. Lots of cabinetry. Wow, look at this. This is really, really nice as well. This is done well. This is done really nicely. I like this. This is very, very nice backyard and a pool. Wow. You know, this is why it makes you wonder, when the market slows down, something as beautiful as this is sitting on the market and not selling, which is really, really unbelievable. Um, that being said, we had one that was on Massachusetts with 2 units, and we got 1.8, a little over 1.8. So maybe this is still overpriced,
Yeah.
slightly overpriced, and that's why it's not selling. Okay, very good. Well, that concludes our timing, everybody. So thank you so much for joining us. And of course, if you are thinking of buying or selling anywhere in the US, and of course in San Diego, we want to be your go-to realtors. There's my phone number, and there is Santiago's phone number.
Okay.
And we also hang out on Instagram. So please give us a follow if you see us on Instagram. And otherwise, there's our website, and there's our email address if you want to send us an email. And we are here for any questions that you may have, or anything else that we can help. We would love to be there for you. And thank you so much for watching. And Santi, what do they have to do if they see us on YouTube?
Give us a thumbs up and subscribe.
There we go. And happy holidays, everybody.
Bye, everyone.